So it always takes a few seconds for the sound to sort of click in, even like when you're recording, about 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden. So I sometimes, obviously, I'll say hello straight away, and it'll cut out the first few seconds. So I ought to change the way that I do. I ought to, yeah, it's true. I've got no excuse. It's just me thinking everything's going to be ready the second you like press record, and it doesn't seem to quite work like that. Yeah, so if we ever hear an episode where I go, you just get the back end of the hello, it's because of that. Because there will be quite a few episodes I've already recorded where I won't have learnt my lesson. Right, so I'm leaving this down here because obviously this is really all of the wood chopping bit. We've got other tractors which are on this set, and they're also up at the farm. I've left for a few minutes as I started. I thought I'd leave the fertiliser and lime gun, but they don't seem to have done a lot, if I'm honest, and I'm quite disappointed with like the limers like just wandering around. Yeah, I mean, because it did that on Courseplay, missed the first bit, and then from that point onwards we set it going, and it's just faffing around. Now on the fertiliser, now that is almost finished. Yeah, so it's the limer that's just faffing around. It's our young Josie. Oh, do you know, Josie, we're going to take over. We are. I don't know how big the spread is. I'm going to go into a time. We need to get this sorted. It does need doing, and they really are faffing around with it. I just can't. We're just wandering around. I mean, they're pretty much out of lime. So they've wasted lime. I don't know what they're doing because most of that was done. I thought I'll just leave the workers going for a few minutes before I hit record, and they'll like get this field mopped up. Not so much. No. So let's. I thought another time lapse. But what can I say? It's a massive field. It really is. It may only be one, but it's one rather special field. Even as when you consider we've taken all of our area off where the cows are as well now. Just altered this model a little bit. I just want to have a look at how the pipe looks now. So I wasn't very pleased with the pipe, so I've changed it a little to me rusty metal. The same thing as the rest of the thing. All those metal plates in the background, they are. Yeah, that's what I've changed it to. I just want to see if I've left the game engine recognises. No, it's done the normal for that. Yeah, no, it's a completely, it's riveted metal. I always like to try things. I'm always not, until I see it, I'm not 100% sure whether I like it or not. I think I need to change that to the more fine one. You can't see the rivets bit on the pipe at the top. I had to put the pipe. It was messy. The hydrant, if you tip it the wrong way around, you can't see the base. It's sort of like an optical illusion. I think basically the base goes in the ground and you're never supposed to see it. So I don't think it's a finished model because you're never supposed to see the end. Well, of course, I wanted to use the end, didn't I? And it's not visible. So, right. So let's get this done. Let's say me words. Yeah, let's get this done in a time lapse. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think that's us done. The rest are patches of grass. I think there's little tiny ones, but not a lot really. Yeah, didn't do badly, I don't think, on that. It's expensive, this farming lot. They're really good and but you've always got to remember that a field of this size is also not only takes a lot to fertilise the land, but also the payback is enormous. 1 million litres of grass. I'm not sure if the BGA will process that even in a full year. I'm not sure that little one is capable of it. I mean, if it's not truly a 99 kilowatt, I would say it's more like 3 times a 300 kilowatt. Obviously, I've tweaked the settings a little bit like Disturb Simulations did on his. Really, that was a tweaked Giants. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, it was a bit of a coup. That was. I always thought that was I was quite amazed that Giants allowed that to be done. It was quite amazing, and it really is. And it was one of my favourite mods throughout. Now then, where are we going to go with this? I think this should be deep enough with the extension to actually take things like that, although I don't think this is the very wise. Yeah, the shorter things ought to be next to the cowshed, not the longer. Yeah, we ought to, because it's getting them out, isn't it, afterwards, really, that's the problem. So that last bay, I think, and then everything, the other ones want to be short. That's the only trouble. I keep saying this about putting this next to something else. It needs a lot of space. Anything like this needs space to get in and out of. A few times now I've placed this in places where it's like way too, yeah, no, it does work. Yeah, it does. That's exactly what I thought. The bays were a little bit too small, so I really have pimped this. I love it. I would like to do object storage. I just need to like look at how another mod has actually created object storage to see how, understanding the XML, how it actually works. It's a much more vivid red than it used to be, though, and obviously the wood effect is quite more pronounced. Well, it's still got some of the damaged sections, which I like in a way because it's supposed to be an old shed, but if you look very closely, there's wooden effects on the wood. Now, that's me. Yeah, I thought I wanted to make it a little bit more... the doors I've not touched. They'll be just as they ever were. Yeah, they've got their own sort of wood thing, a little bit not quite so fine, but yeah, this should have a good wood effect as well. Yeah, it has. You can see the knots and that all over the wood, so that's so this must be filled as well. No, it is. We said it was 500,000 litres out of space with the silage as well. Yeah, that's because again it was doing well though. In all honesty, it wasn't doing terribly badly. I mean, it would look, yeah, it's full again, and it's going to be full because this is, yeah, can't process as only a little bit of space. Well, 350,000 litres. Water, it's going to devour that, and it's going to pop that up right up to the top. So we might need to move some digestate this year, because I think this year is going to be a little bit special. Now then, so I know all the equipment's out. I know. It would take probably a session to stick it all away, so I'm going to like have an attempt to move things like a bit at a time rather than do it all at once and just take an entire session, as I'd like to make progress. And that's my trouble though. It is, I do realise it's also my weakness, is so much as there's certain tasks that I like to think, it's not important, but they are really. So these are the type of things that can go in the bays. I know I was going to do the Hispanos, the manure, wasn't I? And then I thought, why have you? I thought, I don't know, because it's easier. It is easier, but it really, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the Hispano manure spreader. So next time, obviously we're going to buy the manure in because it's 300,000 litres, so it's going to cost a bit even with that. But I just thought we can just set it and forget it then. It's not going to take... It's nice in some ways not to have to keep running up the... I mean, don't get me wrong, I know you would have to in real life, we all know this, but what I mean is that I don't mind for once having that when you get... That's what you get, you know, like we got that and so that's what we've got. So I stick this away as well. Let's do a couple of things each sort of session. So we've not used this yet. No, we have repaired it though. Yeah, we were good. We were actually good for once. So this should sort of go in there. It's not that massive. Yeah, the Strewmaster's nice. I do like it. The only thing that is a little bit strange, obviously, I wish it could be modded. I think it's in the Highland pack, so you can't get to it. Because if it was, I'd love to mod something like that. Because I don't think its shovel's big enough. You could make the shovel much, much deeper, and it could be almost half again. I was looking at it, it's a poxy little shovel. Again, I don't know that it's supposed to store, but what I mean is you could make the depth of that something to behold. What I'm saying is, I think some of these things, it's a bit of a gimmick because look how deep it is. But I think its real job would be to grab from a lorry that much and feed itself, you know, as in like to fill itself from something else. I think that's the real purpose. But obviously what I mean is you could make that much, much deeper if you could get to it, of course, or make something similar, of course. You could do it yourself, do a breadle and actually grab something like that, but I'd imagine there'd be something like a Black Sheep modding would do. Certainly not anything that I'm capable of just yet. I mean, I would if I set my mind to it, but it'll be a project. I always have to remember, I'm a content creator first and a modder second. It really is that simple. So I often sort of think, oh, I'll just do it. And I think you've not got time to do something like that. You know, you tweak things, yes. Like modify something. Placeables, you can like knock one of those up in a few hours. You know, really good advanced ones. The placeables are definitely what I'm strongest at. I'm moving to vehicles now, and I knew as soon as I looked at vehicles, I knew they were so complicated. I needed to like do other things first. So we need to level this, otherwise we'll never get up the step. But the raised tool isn't working. But we could cheat because it's weird. Well, let's try it. Let's just see. Is it still broken? I would imagine it is. I'd imagine until Giants like put a fix in, another fix, that it's going to be broken. So we can cheat, but let's just try it first because I don't think it's going to be working. No, it's not. So if we level from this point here, that's not far off. Let's give it a bit of intensity as well, because that is quite... So we could short a level to here and it'll follow that level all the way past the step. And then we'll just soften the edge so we can have this nice and level. Oh yeah, not too bad. And then a little tiny bit of softening. We don't want any intensity on this. This wants to be minimum intensity. Just to take that little rough edge so it like... It's really good tool. This is always because it takes from both sides. It steals a bit from the left and puts it to the right, and then makes it not level exactly. We know that, but it really is quite cool. Yeah, I'm glad it came back because an FS19 tool that was. It was missing sadly in FS22. I seriously missed it because I knew how. Why are you like faffing around, not doing anything? It's one of them stupid slowdowns. Oh, this game, seriously. Yeah, we have to drop it and then pick it up again, and then it miraculously cures it. I keep forgetting as well that the straps keep dropping off at the end of the session. Again, it didn't always. Sometimes they don't, but at the minute they are again. So, yeah, anything you've got on a trailer the next day, the vandals will have thrown them around. Right, so then, as Mr. CDP would say. Right. So then, we have done all of the work that we've got to do. Our animals should be fine. I think we did check them. No, there aren't only 15 now. We did do it though. So our milk is up to 8,171 in total. Buffalo milk marginal. So we will need to stick. I'm going to go super, but our cash is too weak. So we're going to go down to the store and we're going to do a little bit of buying and selling. I think we'll do that next session. Yeah, I'm just forgetting how long the session's been because I'm so tired. So I am going to say my words. Yes, thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. Hello and welcome. Right, so straight off after the other session, I was just going to carry on recording, and it would have been a monster session. So I thought, like, no, let's say goodbye. So let's start the cameras again straight after. So yeah, we're doing well, but our money is for like the buying and selling game, and also for buying productions, is getting dangerously low. And I know that looks like really silly to say 258,000, but for buying and selling, that is really quite low. So we've got things that are asked to be looked for that could rise at any time, and that would just go poof, and we'd have nothing left. So again, we are going to pop through. So we've done everything we can on the farm. So let's go through till about 4 o'clock. Oh no, 2. That was 2 distinct sale pips. Oh yeah, the IT runner and the windrow one, not the actual. So right, this is the one for when we don't go into crops. So let's first of all, that's going to be worth buying and selling. That's going to be the best thing that we've got at the minute. If we can like get rid of the options, otherwise we are absolutely. No, that's what we need to get rid of. Sometimes you can have standards on some of them. It's usually Trelleborg. Oh, there you go, standards. So 85,000 to sell, and that's for us. So that we can actually use that 50 odd ton back if it plays nicely. This is the thing. The other thing that annoyed me about all of the different packs, they don't play nicely with each other, and you like think I've got to have that one for that one. So in a way, it's sort of like you think I ought to just have one pack in. The trouble is that you can't. Yeah, Rory Christie backs tend to be the best, so I would use Rory Christie. Rory Christie also his actual back thing is good now. It used to be really heavy. He's changed it. It's now not really heavy, so it's fantastic. Which it really was. I mean, I sort of proved this on one of the Polish maps a long time ago, because I thought, this has not got a horsepower requirement. Why is this so heavy? And like I used right up to one of the big classes, and that was the first tractor that actually managed to pull it fairly well. So yeah, it really was that. But in FS25, when he released it, whatever he'd done, it was like almost like a different machine. Although it did have a few issues, but it was that, you know, horsepower requirement was not one of them. Well, that made actually more than I thought it would. So yeah, that's not bad. So we've just spent a little bit, but we've basically almost bought those 2 items for ourselves out of the profit for that. We're a little bit down, but that's not bad for one of those at all. Right, so then let's go through till oh no, that's true. No, we could. Yeah, we could buy another drop deck and sell it. It's 23 grand. We are that skin that even 20 odd grand items are actually worth us our trouble, because we need every penny we can sort of do. So let's just go through till about so go through about 7, because we're a little bit late. Oh, okay, 8:45 then it is. Stick me light on. Oh, you're on times 0.5. You've gone 1 too much. Oh yeah, that's not a bad. And this sort of shows the other end. You know, we're like, not every single day do you get all big items for you to like do things like this. Sometimes you get the little ones too. So it is balanced. You can't always expect the big monstrous things. It's nice, of course, but let's go through till 12 o'clock at night. Bit of a tick up. Yeah, I must have a look at the shed as well. Oh, okay. So this is going to require We've already got one of those as well, but that's going to make us a bit of profit. So I'm not sure we're going to get up to that. The Grimmy. And that's going to be the biggest profit. But we should see, we were close. But it would require a sacrifice. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking, actually, the beautiful, but I don't think it was terribly expensive. I think it's a really good deal. And I always say with things like that, if you buy expensive, then you can sell expensive. It really is as simple as that. But if you know which one is which, no, this is the new header. Yeah, this is the 12 meter that was quite good. Huh. That's the first time that's missed. Again, sometimes I have said this, that the game isn't listening. Yeah, and it really is as simple as that. Obviously, a few weeks back, the first time I had Chris S and Riley S's, it never missed, not once. But Naz's I'd played for months, and occasionally Naz's missed. Well, so is that one now. So I don't think it's anything to do with Naz's or Chris S and Riley. I think sometimes the game is just not listening to you. So we have got a couple of things at the back, but we do need 3-point link for, so let's go grab those. Yes, I think sometimes it really is as simple as that. It's nobody, it's not, I mean, I'm not having a go anyway at anybody. I was just saying from observation that something was more reliable than something else. But I think now, again, like everything, sometimes you speak too quickly. You've not observed something for long enough, and if you're going to be scientific about something, which you really should be, and not make off the cuff remarks, as a lot of people would sort of say it's true, then it's a better, it's a more scientific way to do things. I should see that because we're in the square, but it doesn't always, it seems to vary. No, it does. Yeah, it did work. Now that was a good little learner, and that too. But it's true. I think, was there anything else that we got? I don't think, no, it should be. We're a little bit down. So it must be something I've missed that we're selling. Or, no, I think where we were, 240 something, I think. Oh, the lorry back. Of course. Why are your lights not coming on? I've got automatic lights. Ah, so this doesn't listen to automatic lights. It's the first thing that I've actually come across that doesn't, though. So this is the very first one I've had to manually switch on. That's a bit odd. Well, yeah, it's, well, yeah, there's another manual attach. Obviously, I've tried Wopsters already. It was good, but again, same old problems I've always had on every other thing. So there's another manual attach. Now I'm going to give it a shot, as I did Wopsters, and if it's good, then it's good, and if like it's got errors and it doesn't work with everything, that's sort of what I would expect. I don't think I'd ever expect any of them to like be spot on. You know, I mean, what I mean is, it's just that there's certain things you get to and they just don't work, and that's you know, if you're going to do manual attach, it's got to work. Even if there are exceptions, it should then auto attach, or you know what I mean. But again, that's what I'm saying. The system falls down, then so 256. So we're still quite a bit short. Yeah, 50 odd grand. See, we would need a sacrifice. We would. So we have. I think the Highlands one was also cheap too, and I wouldn't. Yeah, the Quantums definitely was cheap. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at anything down here that's worth that kind of value. I mean, if we sell all these, you're getting like 1,200, 1,300. They're not, you know, like it's really a sacrifice of a certain amount yourself, where you're not like, yeah, you getting rid of an asset completely. So down the store is the bits we're looking for, which is Quantum, what's it for a container? No, bale pusher, back bar mower. Yeah, I'm a bit upset about me mower. That's annoyed me, that has. Yeah, because last time I used it, it was absolutely fine. So here we go. JCB is worth 123,000. Oh, Oh, it is. Okay, well, that's got to be the sacrifice. Well, I've got to be honest, we did buy all the sort of tractors afterwards. It's not like the first time I've ever had this, so it's a bit of a shame. But we sort of replaced it. We didn't need an extra one, so, you know, all things considered, we still got more because I bought my favourite tractor, and we were really about there anyway, so as much as I don't like, you know, doing things like this, sometimes it needs to be done. I keep sort of saying this, it is true, it is annoying in a way because I do like it and I didn't want to get rid of it, but it is what it is. That will then enable us to buy an item that is worth an awful lot of cash and does give you a massive boost up. Yes, these are and this is what I was saying about when I said the money's really low for this thing. If my money wasn't, and it was 300 grand plus, we wouldn't have needed to make the sacrifice that we made, and that's my point. It really sort of does prove that it is really at 350. Even then, you can occasionally get a really big item, but I don't really class that as, I'm not worried about that. I would always sort of think that 300 grand is about the right amount for you to have. But again, you sort of have got to be prepared sometimes of your assets. You've got to see them as more fluid than I used to be, quite ownership based. Yeah, this is my thing, you know, and I didn't. But like, you can't be like that. It's just an asset. It's just an asset, and it can be liquidized. Sometimes you need to liquidize the asset. Got out of one and got straight into the other. Right. Yeah, so that, I mean, that seriously boosted us up enormously. It has. So, and we've already replaced the tractor as well. I mean, we've got the big cases, one for each side. So let's go through till about 4 o'clock. Another normal quantum. Nope, good. Let's go through till 8 o'clock, and then we will feed our animals. Or 9 o'clock, either. Oh, fantastic. Another piece of equipment has come through. And this is the other thing as well. When you've ordered equipment with this... Oh, that's a good little buy. So that's the mower. So we're all right for the mower then now. Do we need another? Because these are really good. I do like these by BSSB Dogface. Now, I always thought BDB SSB was Dogface, but I'm not sure now that confuses me when I see both names. But yeah, so this is ours. Oh my lord, look at the price on that. That's phenomenal. All right, let's grab this for selling. It's a shake. It's a nice little tractor, but it is a little tractor. We may as well, though, grab that at the same time and just tow it. And what I mean is it's just no skin off your nose to take two things instead of one. So that is for us. Are we going to grab that? Do we need that? No, we've got the big tanker as well, haven't we, really? I think the unload rate on BDB SSBs is better, though. Did I notice that it was fairly fast? I quite liked it. And you can... Yeah, so you have to pay for the dolly, and its natural capacity is 26,000 litres. That's the one I normally go for, because you do pay for it. So I think we'll keep it. Oh, it does make it quite a bit more expensive then, doesn't it? And we're a bit skint, is my point. I'd like to have that. That's a really good price, is it not? Because they're big, 25,000 litre hold to begin with. I mean, they're as big as all my favourite John Deeres, and they can hold any header. That is quite tremendous, but it would skint us. So the money we've just came back. Oh no, it was on. Cool, I thought my light wasn't on. I have not a clue where I'm going. So let's sell the Landini and the two bits that we've actually done. And it is true, I think we'd be that is sometimes recognising those deals that are too good to be missed, not too good to be. Now which one is ours? Now as says the mover. So this is the quantum. That's the mover. That's all I did with it. I just tweaked the thing so you can see clearly which is which. I might make it, but I thought it's already red and black, and there's a lot of black. So I thought, what would you gonna do? Like swap the red to be black and the black to be red? I thought there's no point. You may as well keep it as it is. So I was gonna do that, so you could see it was BI Industries. But I thought it's already red and black. Leave it be. Don't make yourself work when it's not necessary. So we've got our 2 headers. We just need the swather now, and then we'll have a working system. So we might have to lease that once to do the grass work. We may have to. Yeah, because I'm until I've fixed my my mower, I'm not gonna. Well, I suppose I could use this very Let's Play to actually. I was trying to make it so that it got a windrow, because then it would be a real coup, because there's nothing in the game like it, that you could have a front and a back mower that also windrowed all in one system that was light. I mean, it really is the old bar mowers, but it's also encased to make it stronger, because you couldn't have an 11 meter one of those normally, but because of the way that I've built it, so this is going to skin this, so we just want as is. We'll switch anything on at a later date. So that's really going to knock us straight back to 300 odd grand, which is still good. So I can't afford the BDVS. I mean, we don't need it. It would have been nice. Still not got the Rawley Christie though, which is a bit of a shame. Right, animals, and then we'll carry on with this. Yeah, so it's first growth stage. Obviously we are earning cash from our BGA as well, even though you don't really feel it on hard economy. It does tick up on the hour a little tiny bit, so it really isn't terrible, but you just don't feel it the same. No, we're not on a visit. I want to literally jump into the tractor. We ought to have a smaller. Let's let's have a look. Oh, that's it. We're done. So just fill it and leave it. Do we need any straw? As in, like. Not really, we're good. So 15,000 and 1,562 litres of buffalo milk. So I'd say the other thing we need desperately now, and I mean desperately, is we've got to grab our thing. So I think what we've got to do is hope that we get a good day in the sales. I'd hate this when you're relying on something. Oh, we've already just like cashed in. But again, if we're going into normal things, you need a harvester. And that was, again, too good to be true. So although it sort of knocked us on our backside in a way, these are all things that the farm needs. So therefore, what can you say? Right, so we've done the animals. That was quick. It was. It was actually. I'm quite impressed with that. Right, so let's go through to 1 o'clock. Ish. You're invading my personal space, young man. That's me original. I'd love to have the brewery, but at the minute, nothing's actually working. Now, that's true. We could actually sell that, couldn't we? Yeah, we could. BDB SSB Dogface. So let's grab that as is. We don't want any. No, that's it. No dolly system. Oh, that's how we can do it with there. I didn't realise it was a MKS. Actually, it is. It looked completely different. I've had it a couple of times as well. So that also, my original vegetable harvester. I think this is me. This was the one that this was a really difficult mod to actually crack open. To actually add that on it's much more difficult than you think. I had to. Yeah, because you've got to make sense. It had to like break the end of the original thing for you to have a hopper to fill. That was the challenge, which, you know, why is it that kind of steel still? I need to, this is the one I haven't actually, no, I haven't blended it because this is out of respect for the original model that really set my feet on the ground of like how to do something this complex and to change it to that extent without changing the base model. Because, yeah, it really was tricky. So let's just buy that. And let's sell that. I don't think we've got enough to do that now. We know we haven't. So let's get this bought and sold. Yeah, it taught me an awful lot, this did. Yeah, the silver's horrible. But again, I ought to do it just for, again, so that it's finished. Again, that shows how badly the engine is, because that's a proper Giants thing, and it's not showing properly at all. So it really is that bad. So let's grab the big Magnum. And where else has it stuck our stuff? It's got a couple. I think it's all higher up, I think. So we need the lorry back for that one. So it's just this and the vegetable thing, and then everything else is the telehandler. Yes, it's. I do love this. It's only really fit though for American mats. I thought when I cracked this, I thought, oh, brilliant! You've got a 6.5 meter that you can use anywhere. Not really. I did try to crack it. I tried to make a trailer for it, but the game mechanics won't let you do what I needed to do to make it work that I could think of. There might be another way to do it. Sometimes you get a bit bogged down with thoughts on, oh, I can only do it this way, and actually there can be other ways to do it. But yeah, at my level of modding, it's the only way that I could think of doing it. So let's grab you, and let's grab that tanker, and then we'll grab the telehandler, and we'll grab that header. Yeah, so we really do need... I'm going to go for my... We need it to be super. To match what the map maker said about like milk and wood, we really do need to do a really good dairy. Really good. So I'm going to go for my super... which is, I think it's 99 grand. It's the multi-factory, so that if we went into anything else, we could go into other things as well, because it's sort of got a lot of a bakery and all that type of stuff built into it. Alright, so fantastic. So 285 header. We've not finished yet. Let's just stick this over here out the way a little. Yeah, you'll not find anything more manoeuvrable than this. It really is stupendous. That is, of course, its strength. You know, it might be a weird-looking critter, and it's not terribly fast. Well, it's not really... Yeah, it's special. It really is. And it excels in moving things. It's very, very agile. Yeah, more agile than almost any other lorry that I've ever had. It really is. It's just a bit slow, you know. And I think that's what put me off. I thought, well, it's a lorry, it only does 37 miles an hour. That's because its speed is not its strength. That's not what it was built for. It is like a terminal lorry, so it's only really never meant to go on the roads per se. But it's reasonably okay. It's just, yeah, you wouldn't really go on the roads with a 30 mile an hour lorry normally, would you? But so 332, that's not bad. Not bad at all. And the brewery. Yeah, again, this is another flaw of the game at the minute, as of December the 26th, 2025. Yeah, slurry spreaders with additional tools. Anything where you've got to put another tool on, they do not work properly. Yeah, they literally smash the game. This, you might get away with it, but I wouldn't fancy your chances. It's very badly broken at the minute. I tried... I thought it was the Moesca or the Mosca duo. By Nico Do and I always forget the other modder's name. There's two of them. Agri something. Not the big Agri, but another Agri. Yeah, but it wasn't the Mosca at all. I tried it later just to do a bit of due diligence after like bothering Nico Do, which I do apologise for. But actually I tried it with others, the Bomec, obviously Giant Zone, and it broke, did exactly the same thing. So I thought, oh no, this is actually far more serious than you think. It's actually base game implements. The only thing I didn't do, which Nico Do sort of said on Facebook, is to like go on a base game map. So when I test that type of thing, I really need to go on a base game map. Is the ideal way to test, just with a mod active, and you know, like just try it with base game mods and the mods, and if you broke it then it really is definitely not a mod clash per se. It really is a base game fault. But I've seen it on lots of maps, so I know it's a base game fault. I don't need to test that, but yeah, it really is that serious. So let's go through till 6 o'clock. Ooh, fantastic. Ooh, well, there's the Rolly Christie. And, oh, Congsgildy. Yeah, I've forgotten about that. I had, oh, the sprayer. Oh, no, it is typical. We're still still reeling a little from the... It would have been nice to own that. It's a beautiful bit of kit, it really is. But we can't afford another 98,000 at the minute on top of everything else, I don't think. Scrap use, that's 210. We're tractored out. We are all right for tractors, even though we're tractored down. We were tractor up because I bought the other one. So we shall see how the dust settles. Obviously, that's only the 36 metre, the 49 metre. The 54 is, again, the prices are a little less than Giants, but it's still amazing value. So as is, we'll buy as is for now. We shall see when the dust settles. Can we afford to squeeze 98? Because again, this is the other thing I was saying. Some maps you need to go big, and this is one of those maps where you really do need to go big. So it really does pay you to. So that's, what is it? Yeah, that was it. I knew there was something we needed to... what's that? And there's a header. Yeah. Obviously, the harvest is what sort of like knocked us on the backside. And obviously, we keep getting the things that we need, which we've asked for. And this is what I'm saying. It's really is that kind of thing. When you do that's what happens. You know, like all of a sudden things keep coming out. Because as a farmer, let's be honest, we really do need all of this equipment. I mean, some of it's not a need per se, but some of it really is. Yeah. But again, if you're branching out, if you're trying to go into wider farming, I mean, we are doing very well. I know this. I'm not like it under any illusion that we're doing terribly well. I know we are. And then there was a header somewhere. In a way, we're trying to do two operations. Obviously, we've got the wood chip inside as well, which we've like half got the equipment for. That's why we needed more tractors. So we've done all of that. We've got all of that lot going. Got the harvester, which is again things for the future. We've got half of our Kong Skildy pack now, but the deer one's still to come. And then we've got the swather as well, which we really need. And also something we ordered, the Aurora Crystal, we ordered that a long time ago, and that's just not come. Right, fantastic. Yeah, so do we... Well, let's just hang on to it for a little bit. Sometimes you can get away with it, other times you can't. And that's what I'm saying. It's still 251, which is where we were a few minutes ago. And we bought that as well, so... Yeah, let's go through till 12 o'clock. Oh, fantastic. Now, this means we might not get away with it as well. Because you're obviously... Yeah. It depends on what it is and what the cost is, doesn't it? Well, we've got some things to sell. So, so actually then, the one we got, the Pascal quartz, wasn't the one that we'd actually ordered. Well, that I didn't know. This is one of the few fence and one of the few of this, it's too narrow. And you literally can almost tip it over. It really, I've actually sort of very close to done that a few times when I'm like tazzing around too quickly for it. And I know it's a specialist, but again, there are little Rexes. It's hard to tip a little Rex over, but you can definitely. So what we'll do is we'll see which of the Pascal quartzes is worth more. If the one we bought now, I think that was a little dearer, so I think that one's cheaper. At least I went the right way for once. Right, so we should see. I'm not going to... Yeah, let's have a look how much our Pascal quartz is in that we've got already. So it's the Lizard YT193. Bit of a mouthful. Lizard Y2 is worth 37,000. Oh no, we've bought two. No, we haven't bought it yet. So that's the one. 37. And the one in the shop is 38. Now, of course, it doesn't show you the bonus, though, does it? I don't think. So what I mean is, actually, our old is probably worth more by a 10%. I think we can test this theory. by dragging him backwards into the square. Yeah, definitely. So we will have the one we were supposed to have. And we got good use. Again, this is what the other thing that I said. The one thing that did teach me was that you can use an asset. So you can get a tree harvester. I mean, repairing it, sometimes if it's not too badly repaired, I would be tempted not to repair it, use it, and then sell it on. And again, it's not wrong, is it? You're using game mechanics. Wow, this really is raining cats and dogs. Right, so then we do want the Pascal quartz that so we sort of, we've still made a little bit of cash though, even doing that. Standard 195. Yes, we'll keep it as is. So we made about 3 or 4 grand. I'm losing all sense of direction. So that we want to keep. We may or may not get away with that. And the baler and you. That's right, the little fent that I was. Yeah, it's again. It's. I always thought when I first saw it, it was a sort of strange shape. It's only just, and it really is very easy. I could actually sort of show you what I'm on about, unless of course Giants have changed it. Yeah, it does look like it has been beefed up a bit. Maybe somebody said that thing is unstable. Because, again, you shouldn't really be able to. Although, I don't know. No, a vehicle needs to be stable. It'd be it'd be a fail on fence part. So maybe Giants failed with the physics and they've, like, made it a bit better now. Because it really was... Yeah, I very close to tipping this over once on one of the German maps. And I was like, ooh, that's a bit... scary, being in a bit of kit that, you know, basically almost topples over. Right. It sort of makes you feel a little bit unsafe in the kit, basically. I think that was everything. So let's go through till about 4 o'clock. So I keep getting excited because we are getting things that we've asked for, but none of it is what we really need. Yeah, I mean, the things that are the Rawley Christie, which means, oh my life. Okay, well, this is one of those thing of dreams. I don't think I've ever had the Patriot. But, I mean, again, we just bought a spray with massive monstrous that makes this look like positively not so good, even though it is good. But, well, you know, so let's do this in order of... Yes, I mean, this harvester that we can... Not this one. The harvester we can see here is like a beginning harvester, which is pretty much almost what we paid for the big, our big harvester. And that's what I say, when you get a Colossus on sale like that, I don't sell that, I think we've got away with that. I think we've actually managed with these big items. I think we should also be able to afford our dairy, I would say, and we've got the Colossus. Now, if we have a Colossus, those 12-meter headers are really... something perhaps that we ought to think of like getting rid of, because this can cope with big things, really big headers. So you've got to use your... And also it's a big map, so it really is going to sort of pay to have really monstrous... Can't see where I'm going. Is that bad? Yeah, obviously I was going on, as I usually do, on as if having the starter harvesters, you know, like my own, which would be my go-to normally, and they've got like a good hold, but they can only go up to the 12-meter header. So of course I was buying with that in mind. Oh, we can afford both at once, and we got the narrow tires for free. You often have to pay extra for that. Yeah, so with us having the Colossus, it really is very nice that we, you know, it's a real bonus. So May, June, so we're second growth stage now. Yes, look, it really is bad. No, you are right, it is in a little. You can see a bit of grass. Not that bit on the right either. The right bit of grass. Could, if we can see where we're going, which I can't particularly. No, this one, the fence. I mean, these are nice harvesters, but to be honest, there's not a lot in it. You pay an awful lot more, and there's not a lot of gain from the beginning harvester in any way, shape or form, because the beginning harvester can strangely enough manage much bigger headers than you'd think it could. Obviously, no, the pipes, I think this is made for the 7.6 meter header. So again, it's not meant to be like used with a very large, it's not got a very large pipe. So something I'm trying to work on with mine, I've actually started to make a longer pipe. Sounds easy, but it's not. No, it's not. No, it did cause all kinds of mayhem in the model. I nearly got it there. Yeah, I'll manage to do it. So 355, and we gained a load of stuff. So it is. Did we? No, it's, yeah. We need to go to 9 o'clock, and then we'll do our animals. Oh, fantastic. What did we get? Can we start? Well, no. Obviously, now it's in the main part of the year. We would be doing the... If we get the Royal Christie now, which it is, fantastic. Right, so that is brilliant. That means we can start our... In the winter, I'm going to switch the realistic weather mod off. I do actually like, and I've tested this quite extensively, apologies, my daughter. Right, okay, yeah, this really is very, very good. You can actually make this into a tractor. You can use the unihid, and it then becomes terribly good. It really is. So I'm not, obviously we're all tractored out, but it is true. If you want a decent tractor, this is a fantastic bit of kit. Obviously, I think Giants deliberately nobbled it, but obviously the unihid means that you really can use it as a fully fledged tractor, which at that point it becomes terribly good. But I think it was nobbled because it would be the king of tractors. You know, it's got some capabilities that capacity and things like that really seriously give it some advantages. So I thought it was brilliant when I got the unihid on it, and you could actually use it as a fully fledged tractor rather than as, yeah, because the little one, Giants have done the same as the one in the game, but this one they've nobbled so that it's only got the 3-point hinge at the front, not at the back. But say if you add the unihid, it has, which then it becomes something quite formidable, because it becomes a fully fledged tractor with very nice big wheels as well. Yeah, and it's powerful as well. You fully upgraded the engine on this as a beast. So yeah, it really does become... I had it on one of the Let's Plays, one of my short runs, and it is a beautiful bit of kit. I definitely would have that again. Yes. Right, fantastic. So 350. I think, was that everything? Yeah, it was. Was there something I missed? No, we bought the Royal Christie. That was the thing that we've just... Yeah, so we need to do the animals, and I think that's probably about a session. I don't want them to be too long. Yeah, so we've got the Royal Christie for this coming winter, so we can get on with our wood chipping business. We've got everything else we need for that, including tractors, which are over there. We seem to have got away with this, but you never know. We still need the swather. We've got the other half of that to find, but we're getting there, definitely. So, yeah, animals. Let's get those done. Then I need to fix a toilet for the 3rd time. We've got a problematic toilet. Right, so then also water. Do we need any water? Let's have a look at that first, because yeah, we do. It's literally out. Wow. Oh wow, that's waiting. Oh, look at that. It's nearly filled with digestate. We need to I don't think I can distribute the digestate. No, you can. Yeah, because you can digestate. It's a product because it's made from slurry, so you can tell the digestate to... Yeah, I've got to remember that trick as well. So distribute, and we need to go to the production silo and tell that to distribute to keep. So turn it on so that we've got like well over 1,200,000 litres of storage for that particular thing, as well as the 500,000 litres. Now, did I? Oh, that's a point. I thought I had done digestate, but maybe I haven't. Oh, no, I thought I did, because it's one of those things that I've done quite a bit. So now that's calling for it, it should go over. That's brilliant. So let's go and do the animals. And we definitely need to do the, all my life we do. Yeah, so that we need to do that next session. So let's go to feed those so that it's one less job for next session. And then I think that is where we're going to leave it. Oh, felt sure it was going to. Yeah, that's something that used to happen as well. If you was underneath the thing and you clicked on the icon, it would always choose the tractor, which I thought that was quite good, really. I think you'll find you fit. Yeah, I think we'll have filled it. That's why it's at a half empty. So let's just like top it up, and it should really. Do we need any straw? Not really. No, not. It's not getting terrible. So we're going to leave it at this. Let's just check the grass. Worry, I'm sure it's only second growth stage. Yeah, 3 or 4 as it calls it. So yeah, it'll be ready in the morning. So we might have to lease a swather because we haven't got any complete set bar mine that's playing. I might have a go later if I get a chance, but it is Boxing Day, so it depends. We've got family coming and things like that, so it all depends on what happens. But yeah, we're going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.